Hey, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another Is It Worth It video where I go over a really hyped, popular fragrance and let you guys know my personal thoughts on it and whether or not I think it is still worth purchasing. This is a fun series and I enjoy doing these videos, and the fragrance that we're going to be looking at today, as you can tell from the thumbnail, is a really popular niche fragrance that has been talked about at length, that's ended up on multiple lists of people's favorites of all time, and whatever category you want to put this fragrance into has probably already been put into it. But the scent we are talking about today is Parfums De Marly's Pegasus. So we're going to talk about this scent. I'm going to give you my thoughts, presentation, scent, when to wear it, price, everything, my overall thoughts. Let's get into it. So Pegasus is a fragrance that was released by Parfums De Marly in 2011, and it is to this day one of their best sellers. The brand says, true to its roots and fit for a gentleman, this scent has a woody and exceptionally distinguished signature. Pegasus opens up with a balance of fruit, wood, and spice developed from the blend of cypress, bergamot, and heliotrope. Its heart offers a beautifully intertwined combination of jasmine, lavender, and bitter almond, creating a powdery, fresh fragrance. The base lingers on the skin, featuring vanilla fused with an oriental twist of amber and sandalwood. In terms of the presentation, you're not getting anything much different here than your typical Parfums De Marly fragrance. Very kind of sleek looking bottle, pretty minimalistic in terms of letting you know what this fragrance actually is. Nowhere on the bottle do you see the name of the fragrance. You just see sort of PDM's crest there. You have the cap, again Parfums De Marly with the ear, and really the only place that you see what fragrance is in this bottle is at the bottom where you have Pegasus, and you might not be able to make that out on camera, but it is right there on this little sticker, as a matter of fact. So it's not even actually etched into the bottle. So I really like these bottles and their simplicity, especially if you own more than one. They kind of all line up really nicely together and look good in a collection on a shelf. Let's take a really quick look at the atomizer. Yeah, fantastic atomizer, puts out a lot of juice, nice distribution. So I really like the presentation here for its simplicity, and the silver sort of reflective color I like quite a bit. Now let's talk about the scent overall. Right now in the air, it smells amazing. It's reminiscent of a metallic creamy shea foam with a twist. And that twist is this semi-sweet, milky almond note that really adds to this fragrance. It makes it very unique. Doesn't smell like anything else in my collection, which is a huge point for this fragrance. It is powdery, and that may not be for everyone, but the powderiness here reminds me of being in the barber's chair, having the Pinot powder brushed on the back of my neck after a fresh haircut. And that's really where the freshness lies here, is in that element of barbershop fresh. Now, because of that, I would put this in sort of the effortlessly masculine category. We were talking about putting this in categories before. This one is one of those ones that any guy really could feel confident in reaching for. I would say from a seasonal standpoint, this is going to be ideal in the spring, winter, and fall months. Fantastic transitional fragrance, and I talk about that a lot on the channel. Fragrances that you're able to spray on in the morning, re-up in the afternoon, and wear into the evening. So if you're going to the office, maybe you're going out to just meet friends during the day, and then maybe you have something more formal later that evening, this is going to work in both of those situations. So it's kind of a jack of all trades from that standpoint. While this one retains that barbershop masculine demeanor to it, it still smells elevated and put together, which is just, again, adding to the versatility of the scent. From a performance standpoint, this one is excellent, in my opinion. Really great longevity, but more importantly, has a beautiful sillage to it. So as you're walking by people are going to pick up that scent. This is a potential compliment getter, positive attention, really easy to like for the people around you. And I would also say that it has this pulsing effect. So as the day goes on, you get pulses of it or waves of it, reminding you of how great you smell. From an occasion standpoint, I find myself really wanting to reach for this one for an evening out. It has an alluring quality to it. It's going to be ideal for things like date night. It's going to work in those situations. And it's very unique, so it's going to stand out. So if you're going to the bar with friends just to have drinks, there's a good chance you're probably going to get complimented on your scent. It does a great job of setting itself apart from some of the more popular go-to fragrances for guys. The cost of this fragrance is probably its biggest drawback. Full retail price for 125 ml is $365, followed by a 75 ml for $260, and the big boy 200 ml for $510. Now, all of these prices are directly from the brand's website, so I'm going to be linking it much cheaper. You can get this on online discounters, reputable online discounters. They're going to save you some money. And if you use my links, I do get a small commission from that. Feel free to use my links or not. That is up to you, but it's still a lot of money. So I'm going to try to link it as cheaply as I can find it. My final thoughts on this one, Pegasus is one that most guys, I think, are going to want to check out. I don't like to put ages on fragrances because I think it's too limiting, but with this fragrance, I think 20 and up, you're covered. It's a broad spectrum of what guys this is going to appeal to. And again, for all the same reasons I said, the barbershop vibe, the cleanliness, slight powderiness, and the effortless masculinity is going to appeal to a lot of guys. They're probably going to be reminded of some of the same things that I'm reminded of when I smell this one, like being in the barbershop chair. It's a very common sort of scent memory for a lot of guys, and I do get those vibes when I smell this. At its heart, it's a fougere fragrance with some twists and turns that you may not be expecting. It's unique smelling, has great performance, it's appealing to those around you, and it's versatile. The only drawback, as I said, is the price. But for me, I paid $200 for this particular bottle. This is the 4.2 and 125 ml. I found it at a TJ Maxx. I will link that video here so you guys can check that out. But I haven't had this in the collection very long, but I have been testing it quite extensively in preparation for this video. And I just love this one. I'm falling more in love with it. I think it's incredible. I think it is worth the price on discounters. One of the good ones. Pegasus from Parfums De Marly. That's all I have today, guys. Pegasus from Parfums De Marly. The 7 fragrances sitting behind me, those are what I wore last week. Would love for you to go check out that video. I will link it here. Would love to know your thoughts on Pegasus. Drop them in the comment section down below. But if you like what you saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.